Assalamualaikum, Amir. How are you?
I'm doing good, Yavar bhai. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to have you.
Thank you
Uh,
for having me, Yavar bhai. I was looking forward to it for a long time,
yeah.
actually.
So it's not our first interaction, definitely, but
Yeah,
for the audience, I'll ask you some basic questions and then we'll start.
absolutely.
So how did you? Let's start from the beginning. Where were you born? Where were you raised? And how did you get into RepStack?
hmm That's a very interesting story as well. Actually, I was born, raised in Abbottabad, spent almost majority of my life over there, and it's actually when I had to do my higher education that I had to come to Islamabad. I did my bachelor's in mechatronics engineering from Area University, Islamabad, and then after that, before I graduated, I was not very good with my academics when it comes to engineering. So I had to like do something for myself to make sure that I was not just like sitting on the sidelines doing nothing. So I started doing article writing. I was very good at English from the get go, and then I got into one US based organization where I worked as a Amazon content and design expert, and then over the course of time started building up my portfolio and all. And when I felt like my graph was stagnant, the graph of my growth, I wanted to look for a change, and that's when I think at that time RepStack was having some great Facebook advertisement for their hirings and all. And that's when I saw the opportunity. I actually applied around 5 6 times and I got rejected because the
Acha.
process was really tough and strict and all. So I pondered as to why I was getting rejected and all, and that's what prompted me to build up my portfolio even more and all. And actually, on the sixth, seventh attempt is when the HR finally called me and they saw my portfolio, they saw my improvement and all, and that's when they got me onboarded back in 2022. As a matter of fact, today is my second year. He completed here at RepStack.
Anniversary. Oh, nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice. Congratulations on that, man.
thank you so
Great
much,
job.
Avar.
Yeah. So and so how was your was this your first role or so you were straight away with Pipeline Pro or were you sent to another client before this?
Actually, I joined the RSA, the wonderful RSA. We got trained there for a month and so on. Then at that time, the opportunity to join Pipeline Pro came up. Andrew wanted someone who could do his trainings, take up for his trainings and all that sort of stuff. And that's when, and because I was always chattering during the RSA meetings and whatnot, they put me in the list to have an interview with Andrew. And that's when I had an interaction with Andrew. It was a very good interview, and then he got me onboarded, and it's been 2 years I have been with Pipeline Pro.
Nice, nice, nice. So and you started off as
I started off as a I didn't have a specific role at that time, so the first month was more like me getting onboarded as you can say a training specialist, if you will, the person who would be the front man when it comes to their live webinars and all. But during that first month, I started picking up the tech more, and I just started watching Andrew's videos every single day and tried my best to pick up the tech and all. And after first month, I got transitioned into a product specialist role, and that's where my journey began with the entire Pipeline Pro Go high level ecosystem. And then I started picking up more things eventually along the way as well.
yeah. So we know that Andrew is not somebody who's really he's choosy. He really picks his people and
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
not everyone can be a good associate for Andrew. So how what do you think? What was different that you did? Because you've not only been an associate, you've been a leader now. You're in a
Yeah,
managerial position.
yeah.
Uh, so what is different that you think that you did and everyone else who's going to a client now should follow that?
I think Yavar bhai, this comes back to even before Andrew. I think I've always had this thing. I'm a huge sports fanatic, and you know how us Pakistani fans are when our cricket team is playing and all. Uh, when a match starts, they're down 5 wickets or so, and that's when they start playing their own game. So
yeah,
they're reactive rather than being proactive. And I
yeah.
always had this thing: if I, a layman, can understand that, why can't our team understand all of that?
Yeah.
uh, and that's something that I've kept with me throughout the course of my educational career and my professional career as well. And I think when I got onboarded with Andrew, everyone told me that he's a very tough person, tough client, and it's going to be difficult. And I was like, there is no such word as tough, or like,
Mm.
it's
Impossible.
impossible or something like that in my dictionary. I just had one thing in mind, and that was being proactive rather than being reactive. And I think that's what did the trick for me, Yavar bhai. It's basically understanding the mindset of what the person on the other end of the table wants and needs, and then being, rather than being reactive, be proactive about it.
Yeah, yeah,
Go 2 3 steps forward.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
been my mantra.
I think that's what I've been talking to about with everybody, the associates. That though gone are those days when you could sit back and get your work and get that work done, and then you sit back again. That is
Yeah,
not how it's going to be. If you
yeah,
wanna, with the new pay structure as well, if you want your client, if you want somebody and you want to stick with somebody and you want to learn,
yeah,
you have to be proactive. You have to be a
absolutely
couple of steps ahead. You have to think out of the box.
true.
So I'm glad that you spoke about it, and I hope the people who are aiming big, they will definitely follow that. So and the best part, I think, the sports part, it's so important because we come from, even in when we play in our streets and everything,
Yeah,
we we're so competitive. These sports
yeah,
people, they're always very competitive. So
yeah,
that gives us a real advantage over a non-sporting person. That you just you don't want to lose. You just don't
yeah,
want to. You
yeah,
know that you're really bad at it sometimes, but you don't want to lose. You'll try your best. You will give your best.
absolutely.
So that is something that really, I think one of the takeaways from your one of your reasons is that you have to be really um, in a fighting mode all the time.
Yeah. And I think, Yavar bhai, one thing that I've also experienced is that sometimes we're and I'll talk about myself as well. Sometimes during my 4 year bachelor's degree, I always thought I'm not good enough for engineering, and that's why I underperformed. And I promised myself one thing, that during my professional career, whether I'm working in, like, a corporate sector, whether I'm having my own business, whatever it is, it may be, I promised myself that I'm not going to be afraid. And when the opportunity came with Andrew, I was never afraid to put my hands in things where, like, that was outside of my comfort zone, that was outside of my jurisdiction. And having this, everything is possible sort of attitude is what can take you far away. So
Yeah,
I there were days where our normal shift is, let's say, 8 or 9 hours. I've been working 15, 16, 17 non-documented hours as well. I've
yeah,
not told my manager about this, or RepStack or Andrew, but I did this of my own accord to learn more, to experience new things. And that's where not only my role transition to higher managerial posts, my skill set and my resume expanded as well, and I acquired new things, and all. So I
yeah.
think we have to be brave in this regard as
Yeah,
well.
dude, and I've been, I'm an telecom engineer myself. So this is there is, when I used to think about it, I was like, man, I don't know if I'll be ever able to do it or not.
Yeah,
But there's nothing is impossible. At the end of the
yeah,
day, everything is possible. Especially after the kind of education system we have. When
yeah,
we come to job, I think job is the easier version of it.
yeah. True,
You have so
true.
much help. You have people around you. You have
Yeah,
so much now information online.
yeah.
So yeah, great insights. I think, Amir. So what is your role right now? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So, yeah, by over the course of these 2 years, I have been practically doing almost everything, and I feel like it's an honor Andrew calling me his right hand man, because I'm not just managing Pipeline Pro or Andrew's miscellaneous tasks. I have under me around 10, 12,000 sub accounts, people who are actually using the platform. I'm managing that. Then I volunteered because the customer experience division was underperforming. And as you know, being in the software industry, customer experience is the primary thing. So I
Yeah.
volunteered, and within 1 month, I broke records. I took the division to a whole new level, and then I got promoted to a customer experience manager as well, alongside being a product specialist. Then I was like, I have all of this knowledge of not just Pipeline Pro and higher level, but other CRM softwares as well. I've worked with different number of people in different fields and business organizations and whatnot, and I understand their business models and what they need and want. And I'm like, if the salespeople are doing some sales, why can't I do
Mhm.
sales, right? And I've
Yeah.
never had any sales experience. And
Yeah.
then I launched one product, with our templates product. Andrew was telling me to do, like, do it in a different way. I'm so glad we did it in the way I wanted to. And within the first 2 months, I think those templates got sold for around $20,000 or something. And
Wow.
then I also got in fact, I volunteered again for all of the cold people coming in. I volunteered that I want to do their demos, and I
Oh,
want to sell Pipeline Pro to them rather than some other softwares and all. And I think
nice.
within the first 2 months, I had 28 cold prospects. Out of those,
Mhm.
I closed 24.
Wow.
So that was
Nice.
that was something I wanted to prove myself. I was like, the salespeople, yeah, I know how to speak, I know how to talk, I can understand the psyche of the other person and what they want and need. So I want to try that. So
Yeah.
currently, I'm doing sales at the front end. I'm managing the entire customer experience division. I'm managing Andrew's, tasks as well, and then I'm the product specialist of the entire division as well.
Oh, nice, nice. And because we've been so much in touch for the visa thing as well.
Yeah.
Uh, so how did Andrew come up with this idea of, so guys, Emma is traveling next month, actually 2 months, I think in April,
Yeah. April.
to US for a Pipeline Pro, I think session or something. Are you doing a session? What are you doing? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Andrew came up with the brilliant idea of elevating the normal affiliate program to a more elite, certified partner, if you will,
Oh,
program. And he tasked me to lead that division as well. So, I was responsible from the get go of making sure that that division is ready to go. We were inducting certified partners. We acquired a new, affiliate management platform as well. It's one of the biggest out there in the SaaS industry, and all of our affiliates got onboarded over there. I had to learn that software inside out, and then I was the point person and the lead tech consultant for all of the certified partners. And as part of that certified partner program, Andrew hosts a certified partner mastermind twice a year, once in the fall and once in the spring. And when because I started the division with him, he actually told me to come to US, and he also told me that he's going to sponsor the entire thing for me because I've performed so well over the past 2 years. He was like, it would be an honor to bring you in as well, so that you can train, because I'm a trainer for all of the certified partners. So if you can train them live in the room rather than being on the Zoom calls. So
yeah.
that was a huge honor for me, and he invited me. Unfortunately, I applied in Feb last year, and I got my visa appointment date in October. So by that time, two certified partner events had already gone. I hosted those events alongside Andrew live, but then I finally got my visa approval, and now I'll be flying in April for the our third certified partner event, and it's entirely funded by Pipeline Pro as well.
Awesome. It's a proud moment for you and
Yeah,
for RepStack as well.
absolutely,
You on the ground, because we will be attending that event.
absolutely, yeah,
So it would be really nice to have you over there, and
yes,
Uh, so all right. So I think the crux of it is that, first thing, nothing is impossible, guys.
yeah,
Secondly, be proactive than being reactive. So these
yeah,
are the two things that I think
yeah,
Amber has done, and which is doing wonders. Other than that, nothing is impossible. Everyone has, because you might think that, all right, oh, he's such a genius guy, he would have done it. No,
no,
everyone can do it. You just need to
yeah,
put in your hours in it. You need to put in your time in it.
yeah,
Outstanding story, Amber. I mean, I've heard it so many times, but every time I hear it from you, it's such an honor. Tell us a
Appreciate
little bit
it.
about your personal life. Are you married, or what do you do in your free time, if you
Yeah,
have it?
so no, yeah, I actually had to make out some free time for myself. Yeah, I had actually packed a couple of pounds, and I really
Oh,
needed to lose that.
all
And
right.
yeah, last year, in Feb, I did get married. Like Abhi, right
Acha.
now, it's just I got nikah-fied.
Okay.
Eventually, we'll be having our main function and all a bit later this year.
Acha.
And in my personal time, other than that, Yavar, like I said, I had packed a few pounds, so I started my gym again. My health actually started to get really affected. My hands and my legs started to get numb. I have some coccyx issue as well. I have my right hip, my right side of my hip is a bit bad as well. So I'd been having physios for 2 3 months and all, and I was like, now it's the time to make another change in my personal life as well, because it
All
was hindering my performance as well. So I've restarted gym with my personal trainer, and currently that's all I do. I go to the gym, come back, do some office, and then after that, one thing that has been constant since 2010 is football. So I've been watching football. I don't think I've barely missed any football match. I'm a huge Barca fan, so I don't think I've missed any Barca match since 2010. And a- another triumphant moment, I'm going to relate it to my US trip, is that being a huge Barca and being a huge Messi fan, it has always been a lifelong dream to watch either Barca or Messi play live. And it's all God's plan, I think, where Messi has now moved to Inter Miami, and
right.
they're actually playing, I think it's Houston,
Okay.
on 6th April. And Andrew has promised me to take me to the match as well, and I can finally witness Messi play live uh,
Wow.
in the flesh as well. So yeah, that's another triumphant moment.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah. So I mean, I think I was today. Somebody's forwarded me a message. Somebody asked me, for all the single people out there, that there was a guy who was in an interview, and somebody asked him that where can you find the best partner you want. So he was like, get the best gym,
Yeah,
because because the most expensive gym you can go
yeah,
to. Everyone
yeah,
has his own
yeah,
levels. So find the best gym you can go to, an expensive gym you can go to, and then because of a few reasons, that he or she is conscious about their health. They
yeah,
are and they have kept their health as a priority,
yeah,
and and they want to look good. So
yeah,
these are the things that so gym or whatever kind of
yeah,
I mean, these days the easiest thing is running. So you can, some sort of exercise is really really important with this kind of work habits, because our parents weren't on the laptop for
yeah.
8 10 hours every day. So we gotta make sure that we spend at least half an hour every day doing some kind of aerobic exercise, which is because otherwise it really gets onto you in the
Yeah.
long term.
And
So
kudos to you, Yavar bhai. I mean, I know we all see you with the marathon clubs and the running clubs and whatnot, and wherever you go, you're keeping that part of yourself intact as well. And I actually used to feel really bad every time you'd be inviting people to join either in Islamabad or Lahore or wherever for the marathons and all. I would feel really bad because just because I've become so lazy and fat and don't have enough stamina and all is because, and that's true. I was not able to join you guys. And like I said, kudos to you, because that sort of made me realize as well, and a lot of people over here at RepStack, from the leadership all the way to our associates, they're like really taking care of their personal health, male or female alike. And I was like, now it's about time to take that up as well and take care of my
I
health
mean,
again.
I think it's no more an option. You have to
Yeah,
do it. Everyone has
yeah,
to do it.
it
So
is mandatory.
yeah. So that's something that I really make sure that I wake up at 6 in the morning, go do my stuff, and then So it's like something that everyone has to incorporate in their life,
Yeah,
just like eating food, just like drinking water.
yeah,
It's as important
absolutely,
as that.
absolutely.
So yeah. So it was. amazing talking to you, Amber. I think we're way out of time,
Likewise. Yeah,
but
likewise, yeah,
always,
bhai.
it's always a pleasure talking to you, and best of luck for your event. I'll try to
Thank you
be
so
there.
much.
If not in person, I'll try and be there on Zoom. Uh, you're one of the best resources we've ever produced, and best of luck for the future, and
Thank
especially
you,
for
Yaver bhai.
your US trip. Take care. Have
Thank
a
you
good
so
one.
much, Yaver bhai. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Take care.